Get up to 50% off on a wide range of home essentials. That's furniture, appliances, and more. Browse our latest catalog and shop in-store or online. The prices are valid from the 7th to the 20th of October 2024 while stocks last. T's and C's apply. TV powered by Wolfsforce Betting. It is the times, co.za. It's Congo Brazzaville 1, Bafana Bafana 1. Once upon a time in 1997, South Africa went to Congo Brazzaville to play the qualifiers of the World Cup for 1998. Now, the home fixture of that was Bafana Bafana winning. Phil Masinga, may his soul rest in peace, he scored the goal that took us to the World Cup. I've already mentioned that in the last video. Now, what we don't mention to AMA 2000, something that they didn't know. Last time,
yes,
Congo. Okay, please tell the young kids what happened a little bit.
Yeah, no, it was tough, Mr. Kiwi, because abamakfish badabukile la ngabe ngalwe boxing amachita babathathele izinto egroundini makathi ufuna ibhola ukhonjwe ngesibhamu babashaya nokubashaya, and that was bad. This card bekusathiwa when you play away you'll feel what you are away.
There you go. Thank you so much, Mr. So-and-so. So that's what happened, not the last time, because we've played them recently, Congo, but back in the days in the 90s, they would have guns and soldiers next onto the pitch, and there were dogs as well, whilst Bafana Bafana is playing. And now the times are different, although they kind of feel the same. If you remember what happened to Nigeria and Libya, they were frustrated, they didn't go, and so on and so forth. However, the context, the reason why I give you that context is that we are playing these countries, and some of them have kind of improved. We played against Congo, we beat them 5-0. We played against them tonight. It was a 1-1 draw in that game. Mr. So-and-so, you will give us his thoughts on the game. I want to talk about Tito Maswanganyi. He came in. We always think that he might replace Utemba Zwane long-term in the national team. Not now, but long-term in the national team for that number 10 position. What did you make of him? He had an opportunity to replace him because Utito was injured and he played maybe 60 or 70 minutes, a very long time in this game. What did you make of him?
Mr. Kiwi,
yes, sir.
Ambulise wena ambulise Justice. Ambulise lapana Tupac. Ambulise Sheheni, ambulise Pep Guardiola.
Yes, sir.
Ngizoba tu ubobo mnqithi no Linda Popo.
Yes, sir.
Nginibulise na nemakhaya ngicela support njalo la iDiskiTV ngizobe nje njalo ngichike futhi.
Does Maswanganyi look like an international player?
Yeah, Mr. Gil, he looked decent. You know, he had good touches. You know, when you make a mistake, it's okay. And especially when we see that the game is so tight, and then we get that opportunity. You know, you can even maybe have a chance, but we need to make it like a full chance for us. He had a decent game. He didn't lose the balls too much. He was there controlling the balls, passing, he had good passes. It's just, you know, was supposed to complement, you know, his game by having a tap in the cross. That I think that was the only chance I believe that we had. He had a decent game, and I think the more he's gonna play, he's gonna get used to the guys, get used to the system, get used to play. That's why, Mr. K, it's so important for our teams to play the curve games. You can see that, you know, if he's used to play in the high tempo of playing against these guys in Africa, it was going to be easier for him, you know, because we could see at some point then he had to make some runs to chase where he's not supposed to chase. So it tells you that, you know, the experience of not playing in Cape also count. But I'm happy with his performance.
Yeah, I think the most important thing to people at home as well, so Tiko Modise, there is a period between 2006 and 2010 before the World Cup where he becomes a national icon. He becomes more than a person that Orlando Pirates fans love only.
Yeah.
We end up loving him, all of us,
Yeah.
the whole country, whether you're Chiefs or Sundowns, eventually. And the reason why he achieved that is because of his performances with Bafana Bafana. The same with Tembazwane, that even if you don't like Sundowns, we end up loving him because of what he does for Bafana Bafana. Although it's not enough, but he's done decently well in the last 12 months, 24 months with Bafana Bafana. And I suppose even Tebogo Mokoena, Ronan Williams, you end up liking them for what it does for Bafana Bafana. I think Utito is a superstar at Pirates. Relebohile Mofokeng are superstars at Pirates. The only thing that's left for them now is for them to be stars at Bafana Bafana, and you will see they will be on every advertisement on television all the time because they've now become stars. They've transitioned to become stars for Bafana Bafana, which is the same thing that happened to Dr. Kumalo, Lucas Khatebe. It didn't matter which clubs they were playing for, they were national icons, and that's why that's the first thing as we open this video. We're talking about them specifically, Maswanganyi, because I really want him to do well for the national team. Talk about the game, Mr. Tsoetso. Do we deserve to see 1-1 here? What did you make of even the changes? We put in 4 or 5 defenders. We ended up playing with 7 defenders. Overall, what did you make of the game?
Yeah, Mr. Kew, you know, that's why I said in half time, I think it was a mistake for us to win 5. I'm telling you, I think it was a mistake for us to win 5. Why? I think the mentality of our players in tonight's game, it was off in some of the players, and I mean, look at the body language. It's no, it's you don't expect him to lose those balls. And I was saying to go Pep team, look at Umkwena. He's not himself today. He's not himself. Look at the team struggling. We didn't have those combination passes. We didn't have those through passes. That's why you'll find Shishi was struggling. Apolisi was struggling, Mukwana was struggling, Renas, they even took him out of Renas. Like, we didn't see anything.
So if Mukwena doesn't play, we don't play as a team.
We are struggling. Tonight, it proven to me to say we need him. We need him to be on his top of his game each and every time. Unfortunately, he's in a position where all of us were in his shoulders. He needs to carry us. There's no one else. From my side, I'm not disrespecting all the other players. Yes, they're doing wonders about Kikana at the back, about Williams, they're doing wonders about Mutao, Mutiba, Apolis. They're doing well, but there's this player that needs to carry us. Of which for me, Umkwena, on his day, is carrying us. And when he's carrying us, we always pull through.
Yeah. Let's talk about Congo. They look different. They look much better.
Wow.
What you want from international football is a sense of competition.
Yeah.
The fact that they lost 5-0, for me, of course, I'm South African. We're happy with that. And we want those people who paid the tickets to go to the stadium to enjoy that.
Yeah.
But it's like, what can we learn from that? And I get to when you're saying maybe it was a mistake for us. It's not nice for us to win 5-0 because it doesn't teach us anything.
Yes.
But they look different, the Congolese. How different were they? What did they do different this time around?
Look, Mr. Geo, I think even when we beat them 5, there were moments where you could see that, man, these guys, they want to play. These guys, they want to play. Even though, because if you can check our goals, I mean, just set pieces. Yes, Mukwena there, took that shot. That ball Foster. Yes, we did, score those goals. But there were moments that I think that these guys, they were playing. And tonight, they've shown a different class of football. They start the ball from the back. That number 8, Reds, he was giving us a headache in that midfield. You find him he's trying to get inside the box. When you just the blink of an eye, he's back in that midfield. He's bulldozing there. Umshishi can't play. He gets the ball. He goes to Gumkwena no Obas. And yeah, it makes our lives to be difficult. They played very well. To be honest speaking, I think these guys deserved to win.
Yeah, unfortunately they didn't win.
No, because I mean
there was a goal that they scored, which was ruled out offside, and then the angles were so poor that it's inconclusive. We can't say whether or not it was offside. Anyways, the linesman said it was offside.
Yeah.
Bigger picture, Bafana on the verge of qualifying. That's a good thing, given that how they performed at the AFCON. Well, the performance was not that great, but given the fact that they were number 3 at the AFCON, so it's some continuity. Now, here's my mixed feelings.
Yeah.
If your substitution is Nico Mobi, what did he come in with? It was 2 defenders.
It was Nico Mobi and
Tapela Morena.
Yeah.
and then eventually it was Sibisi.
Yeah.
So at one point, we had 8 defensive-minded players in that game. Now, the South Africans, in their usual selves of constantly wanting to get some validation and propping up a European coach, they always love to do this. They will say, this European guy has qualified us for the African Cup of Nations. What are your concerns about some of his substitutions, his style of play, versus the idea that anyways is qualifying? Beningu opinion, singa qualify. I think in the 2017 AFCON we were not there. We were there in 2019, but the next edition in 2021 we were not there as well.
Mr. Geo, I'll give it to him. You know, I think for him it was one of those games where he just need to be dead. He saw that, look, I've got a point that's good enough for me, and if I can get this point here, I'm done. It means I only need one game, if it's possible. Just a
beat
point.
South Sudan at home, and
Yes,
it'll
and
be
then
done.
we're done. Or Congo Brazzaville, they just play a draw.
Yeah,
and then
and
we're
it'll be
done.
done.
Yes. So I think him when he did his calculations, and then he was like, look, I don't have to risk, you know, to put maybe Abo Lontuzana Mfukeng to attack and keep Apolise and
You do realize
us.
that if it ended 2-1 with the last minute goal from Congo, you were going to say something different.
Look, Mr. Keo, whichever way, I was going to talk. Unfortunately, with me, it's like
Not
that.
only you. I'm just saying that most of football people, their opinions change based on the result, and that's why sometimes you stick on the principle that you would rather play and you would rather manage the game with playing. I've heard you say so, that the best way to manage the game is to retain it and circulate it. Now, when you bombard the opposition with too many defenders, it could be dangerous because there could be confusion of who is supposed to be where.
Mr. Keo, it's so funny because as coaches, we preach that the best way to defend is to attack. The best way to defend is to attack. You must be in control. We've won the first leg, second leg. They need it more than we need, Tina. So let's frustrate them. Let's keep the ball. We talk. But when it comes to action, we are so poor. Very poor in that, Mr. Keo. Now, these guys, they need a goal to beat us. We've got a point. Let's frustrate them. Take the ball, go there. Let's have attack. You rather play 4-3-3 and tell the other 3 guys up front, stay there. And there's these 3 who just sit in front of the defense, get the ball, we play there, we sit. Because the other thing is that these guys, they need to attack. They need to come to us. So when they come to us, they create a space behind. Our police has got speed.
But we at that point, we had no attacker at all.
Now, everyone was behind the ball now. CBC, Dotli, Kekana, Mudau, Mobi, Modiba, Obasi, Mukwen. Everyone is here. We even called Maswanganyi to come here because I saw him winning the ball inside the box. Now we win the ball. Where are we going? Now it means we're going to win the ball here, then we're going to lose it just here again, then they'll take a shot, then we're in trouble.
But the coach is qualified.
Look, well done to the coach. I know sometimes it's difficult when you're sitting there and you always have a different eye compared to us, but don't invite. We're okay, coach. Thank you very much, but don't invite them. We're okay. We've got our own numbers at the back. Those guys, they played 2 strikers with the wingers and the attacking midfielder. So we just tell Obas to sit there. And then these 2, the fullbacks, they just tuck inside. Then we play our normal game. Then we keep the ball because they don't change shadows. If we're smart enough, then we're going to keep the ball.
All right.
But I could understand why Mr. K had to do that. It's because of Mukwena was not him tonight. So that's why we had a problem, then had to defend.
There you go. Thank you very much to Mr. So-and-so. Thank you very much to you as well for watching our videos. It is iDiskiTV, iDiski Times, World Sports Betting. Thank you for watching.